Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 6 here, season 15 here at Vegas, Tier 1. Comes tonight, myself, Claire Moore, as always. Evening, Pink. Sorry for the delay in getting the stream out. A few technical issues. For some reason I've been signed out of the YouTube. So a couple of lap times on the board already. We've got Moritz just coming up to the final corner now. Across the line, 31.7, goes to P1. Evening pint size. We've got Mechanical there, 31.9. Kieran, 32.5. Riker, 32.6. And Rick, 32.7. Aston Martin up to the line. That would be AJ, 41.6. Burn a lap on the mediums, as always. Invalidated lap from Armar, but it's only his out lap. He's on a push lap now. Who's next? That's Riker on his way into pits. We've got Luke on that back straight, that final straight on the run to the line. And it's a 32.9. Oh, missed Dan as well though in the Red Bull. I thought that were Riker coming in. 33.5. So Dan's a bit off the pace. We've got Bruges, Armar and Harold on a lap. Harold's coming up to the line. Goes top with a 31.6. Mechanical just come into the pits. Is that Armar next? It is not. So Moritz will be coming into the pits. That'll be JJ going again. Yeah. So see what JJ does on his second run. Then he'll have Bruges behind him. So JJ's second run, 32.8. So medium's not quick enough. Bruges 32 flat. Evening, Colin, bud. Armar 32.1. Just people on outlaps now. Other than those who've set their times. So I think Spray will be the first. We'll jump on with Spray. And Rick to the top, 31.5. I think Rick did a burner lap. He did. Well, Rick's done a lap, a cool down lap, then gone again. And so's Riker. It's not worked for Riker. Cheers, Colin. All dry, 4% risk of rain. Appreciate that. Little lock up there from Spray. Plenty of curb there. But still smooth. No Bobo tonight as well, so Bobo missing for 3 races now. So it's looking like the title fight will be between Rick and Pink. Unless some of the other lads step up. Obviously, Ant's showing some good pace recently. JJ as well. Oh, I think Spray might have clipped a wall though. Definitely has. Oh, he's clipped one again. Spray across the line, 31.9. LOI Colin. Colin 31.9, Poly Orange 31.9, Spray 31.9, Mechanical 31.9. So there's 2 Collins there at 31.9. Glock 31.3. So here we go. There's the benchmark. There is the benchmark. And as invalidated. Pink's what's is that Dan giving Pink a toe down for straight there, or just slowing him up? Yeah, Kieran, yours was a good time when there were only 3 times on board. And to be fair, one of them were Rick's banker lap. See what Pink can do now, burning a lot of VRS, this long back straight. I'm going to be honest, I personally don't like this track. I think this track is absolute horse shit. I think it's one of the worst tracks that's ever been invented. I think the racing here is crap. And the track's crap. But yeah, we go. CV Gold 32.5. And Pink 31.6 on his first run. So, probably not pushing the limit. Obviously, it's only Q1, but pushing behind my Alpine teammate. Come on, Harold. Go on, son. We've got Sammy and Ant left. Ant on track. Next across the line. Sammy at the opposite end of this straight. And JJ is also on a lap. I'm assuming he's on soft tyres this time. He is. We've got a yellow flag for a Haas in Sector 2. Which will be CV Gold, and Pink's just gone past him. Ant 32.2, so only P12 for Ant. See what Sammy gets. Across the line, 32.8, only 16th for Sammy. What's JJ got? 6 tenths under at Sector 2. Could do with a bit more than that. Up to the line, 32.2. He's got more, but it's only just above his teammate. So only P12 for JJ, P13 for Ant. 12th and 13th for them Aston Martin boys in that title fight. It's not great. It's just, is there anyone behind them that can beat them? We've got Luke and Dan on outlaps at the moment. Sammy's just set his lap. So I think that's Sammy's done. Cheers, Colin. Pink was slower in Sector 1 compared to Rick. Still close, less than a tenth, separating second to fourth. Luke, Kieran, Dan on outlaps now. That could potentially put one of the Aston Martin lads. That could put Ant at risk. If all 3 improve. And fairly drastically from Dan. Obviously, he's fair way back at the moment. Kieran would need around 3 tenths improvement. Luke would need 7 tenths. And Dan needs 1.3. Well, Luke's on his lap now. See what he's got. Coming up to sector 2 split now, and that's 9/10 improvement. That's enough. To be fair, I think they've all got time for to come back out, so they may come back out anyway. Glock, Pink, Colin, and Polly Orange retiring. Luke on that final run to the line now. .32 flat, improved by 8/10, puts him up to P11. Moritz retiring, Mechanical retiring. Rick's on an outlap. Even though, you know, it means nothing, he still wants it. Unless he's there to give his teammate a tour. Because Kieran's on a hot lap. He could very well be there to give Kieran a tour. That is good strategy. Good. Yeah, I like it. I like it from the Ferrari guys. Very nicely done. Does it help Kieran? That is the question. Or does he fuck it up? .31.5, Kieran P3. 6,000ths of a second behind his teammate Rick straight into the pits. That was purely just to help Kieran, and I like it. And Dan did improve, and now he's stuck in a wall. Dan improved to 32.2 to go above Ant. Ant is back on an outlap. Riker's on an outlap. Sammy's on an outlap. JJ's on an outlap. So, it could still be trouble for Spray here. Is Amar on a lap? Yes, he is. So, Amar, JJ, Ant, Riker, and Sammy. So, 5 guys still on a lap. Spray could be at risk. Or up to Spray, sorry, could be at risk. And Amar, 31.5, goes P6. Who's next? Sammy? Bruges, 31.5 as well, actually. I completely missed Bruges, sorry there. Bruges, 31.5, goes P2. That is a great lap from Bruges. Obviously, not played the game up until this season. And yeah, he's finding his pace. That's what we need. Come on, Alpine. Sammy now on that final run to the line. Sammy, 32 flat, puts himself safe. Who's next? Riker. Riker's used all his battery. 32 fuller, so Riker's out. Is Ant going to knock JJ out? JJ's ahead. JJ 31.8 goes P9. Ant now to knock Sammy out. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. He beats Dan, but Ant's out. Oh, that's a shock. Ant, obviously, the back of his podium last week. Yeah, them Aston Martin boys have been doing well when they've raced together, but Yeah, got quality a bit wrong though. JJ obviously doing his usual medium run, burn a lap and going again. Wasn't quick enough, so I had to go out on the softs, and then he had to go out again at the end to secure it. Oh, we've lost Dan. I'll fire him another invite in a second. But yeah, losing Ant, Dan, CV Gold. I missed the others. So yeah, Ant P2 last week, and out in Q1 this week. Yeah, you're right, Colin. It was a tight session. Everybody on the soft tyres as we'd expect. First car on track is Luke. Stick on with him. And just to confirm, the 5 we lost were Ant, Dan, Riker, CV Gold, and Airways. So 9 of the drivers out already. 10 of the drivers out already, night. Soon to be 11 because Pink's on his way out, as is Blue Car, Colin. As Luke starts his lap. Pink trying to stay out of the way there of everyone coming out. Luke flying past the car there on an outlap. That is the Williams of Spray, I'm guessing. He's also got Mechanical and Sammy right behind him, so he does need to move out of the way. It looks like he's given him a nice slipstream, to be honest. But yeah, with Pink coming out the pits where he did, don't know if anyone's hit traffic. Luke were quite lucky. So that's a 32.9, which isn't enough. Colin 31.9, Sammy 32.3, Kieran 32.7. Yeah, I'm guessing these are used tyre times, and it's not going to be enough at all. Moritz 32.5, yeah, won't be enough. Rick 31.8. Mars on an outlap. We've got Harold. Is Harold? I think Harold's one of the next to cross the line. I think Harold is the next to cross the line on a hot lap. And 31.5. Glock 31.7. So Glock's definitely used tyres. That's 4 tenths slower than his Q1 time. Bruges 32.2, JJ 32 flat. Who's not got a time on board yet? Otherwise, Colin, Spray, Poly Orange, Pink, Armart. Right, Spray's next. Then Pink. Spray 31.5. Good time. Pink 30.9. There we go. The very first blistering time, fast time. Has Glock got some now with fresh tyres to challenge that? I think he does, you know, because that lap time he did in Q1 was quick, and no one got near that. So I'm hoping we see a battle. I'm at P6 31.8, Poly Orange. Oh, sorry, LOI Colin 31.7, Poly Orange 31.9. So yeah, the used tyres for the guys who don't quite have the pace are no good. Obviously, looking at Luke, Kieran, Moritz, Sammy, Bruges, probably JJ's time there as well. I'd say all used tyres, and yeah, not going to be enough at all. Obviously, they're all at the bottom, but Glock might get away with his used run, 31.7, but I think it'd be close. You know, it's an extremely close qualifying session. Extremely close. No, Pink. No, Pink. No. I'm not having that. Don't believe it. I think you're chatting shit, mate. I disagree with you there, Glock. I think you'll be up there. That, like I said, that pace in Q1, that lap don't come from nowhere. And I get it's Q1, people maybe aren't pushing as hard, but surely it gives you a bit more confidence in yourself and the lap you can put together without going over the limit. Some of the guys will have to push hard to try and beat that, which, you know, brings on mistakes. So I think you'll be up there, mate. I think you'll be up there. Bit of faith. As Pink says, watch DM. No, nope. I'm not having that. You've just set that on a used set of tyres. And if it is, they can't have been that used because you were that shit in Q1. That's all it is. You were just cruising in Q1. Kieran says he owes his Q1 time to Rick. Yeah, absolutely, mate. That slipstream he gave you all down that back straight made the difference, and it put you 6 thousandths behind him. So whenever you see Rick leave the pits, follow him. Moritz on his second run here. Coming up to the end of sector 2, crosses the split, 3/4 of a second improvement. I'll put him around Rick and Armar. If you can improve more in sector 3, then it could be up with Colin and Glock. Still got plenty of battery as well. I say plenty, it does burn very quickly here with the long straights. Yeah, and he is out of battery at the line. 9/10 improvement, 31.6, goes ahead of Colin and Glock. Great lap, Moritz. Well done, mate. We got Harold and Sammy on a lap. Jump on with Sammy, he's ahead on track. Sammy, 1/4 of a second under, so it is improving, but it's not going to be enough to see him through. And who'd have thought? I've received a DM from Pink. So anyone who's listening who wants advice, I can tell you Pink's tyre strategy. He's give me a video showing his tyres in quali. And yeah, unfortunately, he's not chatting shit. He did set that time on a used set of soft tyres, which is insane. Harold improved there as well, 31.5. No, he's not. He's coming up to the line now. It's a 31.2. Glock is on a lap, improving by over 1/10 at sector 1. Where are we at? JJ, where's JJ? JJ's slowed down, so JJ's backed out. Glock's 1/2 a second under sector 2. Could dip into the 30s. .31 flat. That's close. That's close. And if you're watching, Pink, Glock's just done that, his 3rd lap on them tyres. Yeah, that's the same set he did Q1 and Q2 with. Rick, 3.5 under sector 1. Coming through sector 2 now, bit of a wiggle there. And purple sector 2, 7/10 under. Now pushing to the line. What has Rick got? It looks quick. 31.1. So it's P3 for Rick. Who have we got next? McLaren, Armar. 31.6 goes P6. Just ahead of his teammate. Sammy. I think Sammy backed out, has gone again. Who moved up then? Someone moved up. JJ 31.9. That's not enough. I think it was Luke jumping above Sammy. Yeah, it was. Sorry, Luke jumped above Sammy. No, Rick. Kieran up to P10. Pearly Orange just behind Kieran, but he's only just started his lap, and it'll be his final run. I'm getting a little bit lost here where I'm at. We'll just go for the next car across the line. It's Spray on an out lap, so we'll ignore him. Kieran's already crossed the line. Rick is on an in lap. Sammy is pushing, so we'll stick on with Sammy. He's P15 at the moment, so as it stands, he's going out. Checkered flag is out. Harold and Spray have taken that. JJ, 5th place, grid penalty for a collision with Kieran. Sammy from 15th up to 7th, 31.5. Great job, Sammy. And that knocks Kieran out. JJ is going to be 19th after that collision with Kieran. Kieran's got no front wing. I have not a clue what has just happened there. Pearly Orange up to the line. 31.3 goes P6. Knocks LOI Colin out, who crosses the line. Improves, but not enough to go through. Mechanical 31.3 goes through. Armar P10, Kieran, JJ are done. Yeah, that is it. So we're losing Moritz, LOI Colin, Kieran, JJ, and Luke from Q2. No idea at all what happened between Kieran and JJ there. Just saw it pop up with a 5th place penalty for JJ. So JJ will be starting in 19th. Which is not good for their constructors battle. Aston Martin currently 2nd in the Constructors' Championship, and both of them starting in the back 5, while Alpine are 3rd in the Championship. They've got both drivers into Q3. Ferrari have got Rick. Kieran's starting ahead of both Aston drivers, but yeah, Ferrari 4th in the Championship. Red Bull have got no one in this. And Haas obviously missing Bobo. Sammy making it through, but no Bobo, so they're a driver down as well. So it got big implications here on the Constructors' Championship tonight. Confirmation there, Pink 30.9 on used tyres as well, the horrible twat. Glock P2 not too far behind. Rick as well close. Harold Bruges. Moritz, Colin, Kieran, JJ, and Luca, who we're losing in Q2. But now into Q3, top 10, decider. Oh, I'm sorry, Pink. You know I love you. I know you can take the abuse. That's why I give it to you. You know, I'm pretty sure you call me shit quite a lot. Abuse and facts are different. Oh, I can tell you don't watch Tier 3 races. Fuck you, Pink. As long as I commentate on this, I'll give you shit. Got Paulie Orange first out. Will be first across the line. Popped ERS into medium quite early though, so burnt a fair bit on that straight, about 13% before crossing the line. Burning now, DRS open. That run into, what is it, turn 4? Turn 3? A lot of curb there, but again, still looks smooth. And 56.7 is the first Sector 1 split we've got. And yeah, Paulie Orange, sorry, 31.6, Mechanical 31.8, Harold 31 flat, great lap Harold, Spray next across the line, then it'll be Armagh, Spray 31.3, Armagh, he's going to run out of battery a fair bit before the line I think. Oh no, actually, not as far as I thought, 31.5. Bruges next, 31.8. Glock, 30.8. Oh, here we go. Rick, 31.4. Pink. Is Pink getting a cheeky slipstream off his teammate here? I think Pink's getting a little bit of a slipstream off his teammate though. Who'd have thought? A slower driver helping Pink. Pink needing help. If you get pole, Pink, you know I'm going to hold this over you. Across the line, there we go, 30.591. And I'll be honest, I think that'll be pole. I think that is already done. Sammy across the line, 32.8. So, yeah, not a great lap from Sammy though. But everyone's first laps are done. Everyone's just on the way back into the pits now. So, first lap's done. All the top 10 have got laps in. And yeah, Pink setting the benchmark, 30.5, which, I'll be honest, Glock's got close. Look, Glock beating Pink's Q2 time. 30.8 is a great lap time. I don't know if he's got another 3/10. And I'll be honest, I don't think anybody else does. If anyone has, it'd be Rick. And it'd have to be an absolute balls to the wall lap where he throws absolutely everything at it. It's just whether he can hook the lap up as well. So I think Pink may have pole there. But I tell you what, I wouldn't mind someone proving me wrong. So there we go, we've got Sammy straight out. Glock saying probably point two. sorry. Excuse me 1 second. My apologies for that. Glock saying probably 0.2 more in it with a perfect one, but expecting Rick to be ahead on new tyres. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's between you and Rick if anyone's going to challenge Pink. So, yeah, as long as someone gets close, I'll take that. Obviously, missing Bobo, I know Bobo's normally up there battling with him, but Rick's quali pace has always been brilliant. His one lap pace is great. Got Paulie Orange out on track as well. Bruce has just come out. We've got Glock coming out as well. Both McLarens coming out. So, have we got Slipstream there? No, a couple of cars between them. So Williams and a Mercedes between them. Then the Ferrari of Rick and the Alpine of Harold. Last out of the pits, Harold. Please don't fuck it up. Not in a bad place following Rick, to be fair, because Rick is going to be absolutely pushing to get to the front. So, yeah, you'll pick up some big slipstream. See what Sammy... Oh, Sammy's... Yeah, see what Sammy can do. Sorry, he's just started his lap. Love how you can hear a nightclub as you go through that sector. You just hear music banging in background. This car's slowing a bit to give space ahead. Harold doesn't want to take advantage of being too close to... Oh, actually, no, Rick's gone through. It's Pink who's now sat behind Rick and ahead of Harold. Sammy coming through Sector 3 now. Final chicane done. On to that big run to the line. Saved a bit more battery for it so we can burn all the way to the line now. See what he manages. 31.4, 1.3 second improvement. Great lap from Sammy there. P6. As it stands, next across the line will be Bruges. Bruges is 7 tenths under at Sector 2. But he's burnt a hell of a lot of battery. He's going to have no battery for this run to the line now, so he will lose time. There you go, his battery's gone. All the way down this run to the line, he'll be slow. Cross the line, 30.9 Bruges. I tell you what, that's a good lap. That is a good lap, Bruges. Well done, mate. Considering you're new to the game again. Paulie Orange, 31.3, P5. Glock didn't improve. Who's that? Mechanical, P5. Spray, P6. Amar, P5. Rick, 30.6 goes P2. Pink, 30.3. Harold is in the pits. Harold. Oh, Harold. But an Alpine on the second and third row is great. Pink, yeah, I'll be honest, I expected you to improve, but only slightly. I didn't think you had another couple of attempts in you, but yeah, well done, mate. Great pole position. Rick, yeah, with that lap as well. Putting himself right back up there, P2 in that fight. Glock, yeah, to be fair, mate, you're not far off. 2 tenths off Rick on your first run. If you'd have hooked that sector 1 up, as you said, that's where you'd had a shocker. If you'd have hooked that sector 1 up, maybe it could have been different, but starting P3 isn't a bad place. You'll be right on the back of that lead fight anyway, so you'll be in that group, I have no doubt. Bruges and Harold, I don't want to sound rude, but maybe outliers. As the race, like looking at previous races as it starts, they don't normally have the pace to stick with the top group. Bruges of old did, but not anymore. But yeah, the Aston Martin lads being so far back, it's going to be an interesting one. See what happens. I think we're going to have a couple of different groups here. As Pink says, no slipstream that time, eh? I wouldn't know, mate. I don't pay attention to your laps. Just don't give you the airtime. I'll be back in just a second. And I am back. We'll have a look at the tyre strategies. Everybody bar and on the mediums. Yeah, so JJP19 after that collision with Kieran in quali, Luke and Dan, Riker and Gould jumping up a position. Dan, I don't think has been able to get back into the lobby. He's ended up having internet issues. So, there may be an AI car in the way though. Not too sure if he's managed to get back. His car's ghosted. I don't think he's managed to get back in. I don't think he's managed to sort his internet, so that may be Dan out. Yeah, whose internet's bad now? Here we go. 5 lights. And away we go. Light's not held very long at all. Pink getting a good start. Rick and Glock side by side through turn 1. Glock trying to go around the outside. Not holding it. Mechanical up past Armar. Moritz up past Sammy. Luke up past Kieran. Riker up 2. Airways up 3. JJ up 1. And that is Dan's ghosted car. Yeah, Dan's not made it back in. Sammy and LOI Colin fighting now. Ooh. What's that? Riker going straight on there. Riker's got wing damage. Pink is pushing at the front. He's got the yellow fuel light, which means he's hoping for a safety car, I'm assuming. Underfueled slightly. But yeah, Pink pushing at the front, trying to brake a little bit. So, suggested strategies are either medium hard or medium hard hard. Two Alpines are, there you go, Bruges is now a second out of, over a second now out of the guys ahead. Armar's made it up past Colin, but that's put them a second behind the two Alpines. Riker's into the pits, that'll be to repair that wing. And Armar's got that group back in DRS, so top 3 all within, oh, it keeps chopping and changes between Harold and Armar, that gap. But it's, at the moment you got the top 3 in like a little breakaway group, and then from 4th pretty much down to 17th in a group. Maybe a second between 5th and 6th. Then the rest of them all within DRS. So, extremely close. Spray taking a bit of a strange line there. I don't know if he's just trying to get clearer or... Armar definitely with DRS that time. Bruges lets Harold through and tucks in behind. They're now 1.7 behind that front three. Fastest laps of the race set consecutively by the front three there. Pink set it, then Rick, then Glock. So, pace-wise, front three are fairly matched. Glock burning a bit more DRS than the two ahead. Pink burning more than Rick, but Rick has DRS, so that makes sense. I think Rick is running that nice Ferrari livery with all the white on it from the survival challenge stuff. See what Kieran's looks like. Yeah, Kieran's running the classic, well, I say classic, this season's Ferrari livery. Just the white rear wing and then the white stripe in the middle of the car, whereas Rick has got fully white at the back, well, across the top, down the middle, a little go faster stripe. Let's see if it helps him today. This battle's becoming interesting because I think Bruges is trying to hold everyone up without affecting Harold. He had DRS on Harold but didn't make a move, and Armand almost made a move on both of them but ended up having to back up. Bruges has spun! No! Bruges has spun! He's back going. Where is he? P10, P11. Oh, Bruges, unlucky there, mate. Yeah, Harold has a bit of a gap now, 1.4 seconds, so hopefully he can hold that. Luke into the pits. That's a wing change. Pink still leading this group at the front. Here we go, your front three as it was. JJ now up past Bruges as well. Has Bruges got damage? No visible damage, no. Just unsettled a bit. Needs to try and get back into that rhythm. Rick is managing his ERS very well. Pink's recovered some. Glock's recovered a lot as well. So still very close between this front three. And my e-cig has gone. So we do a quick swap. There we go, new flavour. Amar catching Harold by about 4 or 5 tenths that lap. Rick has gone for the move on Pink there with the DRS. Pink not burning the battery, allowing him to make that move. Harold has got more ERS than the car behind, so you'll want to just keep him out of the DRS detection zones, but then the field's starting to spread a bit now. So we've got 3 seconds from the front 3 to Harold, over 1.2 to Armagh, almost a second and a half to Paulie Orange, another second then to Mechanical, and then everyone down to Airways within DRS, and 1.5 back. I thought Ant would move up, you know, but he is on the hard tyres, so the race will come to him. Kieran down 2. JJ up 8 places. Spray down 1. See what happens now. This battle at the front does. Pink's got the least DRS of the front 3. Does Pink go for a move here? He's burning. Is Rick burning? Rick's burning as well. Everyone's burning. Spray's dropping down the order. I think Spray's got an issue. Pink has took the lead back from Rick. I'm just trying to work out if Spray's got wing damage. He does. He's missing an end plate. Oh, Rick takes it back. Pink's coming back up the inside at turn 1 though. Oh, this is getting feisty between these two. Rick's trying to go the long way, giving the inside for turn 2. The grip's not there though. The grip's not there. He's got the DRS. Pink covers the inside. Rick will have to go the long way. He's not pushing enough to take it. But he's pushed Pink into burning a bit more battery than he wanted though. Armagh has caught Harold. He's now in the DRS of Harold. JJ now up 11 places. JJ up into P8. And he's pushing, he's catching Mechanical. He's now within DRS and Mechanical. Airways up 9 places as well. 10 places, as I say it. What is Rick going to do this time? Nothing. He's going to sit behind. Pink's burnt. Pink's down to 18% battery. The other two on 62%. Armagh's up past Harold. Harold could do with sitting behind him, recovering some battery, but he don't want to lose that gap to Paulie Orange. Paulie Orange, who's not burnt too much, actually. Paulie Orange looking in a good position. And up past LY Colin. Bruges has got Kieran now close behind. Kieran with a 3-second penalty as well. Only man with one so far. JJ in that DRS of Colin, but not a lot of battery, which not a lot of that group have, to be fair. Here we go, Rick's sat at 100% battery. Pink and Glock in the 60s. And does Rick go back past this time? He's going for it. He holds the inside. Takes the lead. Are we going to see a repeat? Oh, Rick's got double the battery. Well, more than double the battery Pink's got. And Pink's trying to go up the inside again into turn 1. He's burnt everything to get that. Can Rick do the switch back on him? No, he can't. But he'll have DRS again here. Pink down to 20% battery. Rick's still at 60. Rick's not burning. Rick's playing very clever here. CV Gold pitting. JJ up past Mechanical. JJ up 12 places into P7 now. And we are coming up to the time of where I'd expect the medium runners to start pitting. Lap 10 is around that time. Front three doing a great job. Armar's actually caught that front three by over 6/10 this lap. So a great job from Armar as well. Harold sticking with him since he's been passed. He's stuck within DRS. And they're both pulling away from the group behind. That gap at 3 seconds now behind Harold. Pink burning there. He's no battery left. The two behind still at 76. Oh, Glock's pitted. Glock's gone for an undercut. Glock's pitted. So, Glock first one of the front three to pull the trigger. Goes straight for hard tyres. Who else comes in? Airways, who had made some very good progress. Bruges is in. That's good. That won't affect his teammate if he chooses to pit next lap. Rick has made it back past Pink. He's on it in that first DRS zone. Spray setting the fastest lap on hard tyres. Harold now lost DRS to Armar. Oh, he's pushing to try and get back in it. Is Pink going to burn? Behind Rick now. Rick's got battery to burn as well. DRS. Rick's not burning. Rick's not burning. Rick's playing the long game. He's playing sensible. And Harold's lost more times, lost another 4/10 there. Mechanical back past JJ. Moritz is trying to come through as well. We're almost 4 wide here. And JJ's teammate Ant is in this battle as well. Oh, going 3 wide into this corner. There you go. That was always going to happen. Moritz, Mechanical make contact against the wall. JJ, I don't know what happened to JJ. I think JJ was separate. I think JJ's either overshot that or clipped the wall himself. The view that we was looking at, Moritz and Mechanical made contact, but they were close to the wall. JJ was a lot further on the inside. A few more pitting now. Harold has decided to pit, which may give him the undercut on Armar. Rick's made a mistake. Rick's down 2 places. So Rick's lost positions to Armar and Paulie Orange. Pink in the lead. And now comfortably in the lead, obviously unchallenged. Both his rivals are pitted. Blue flags being waved for Dan's AI car. Obviously Dan unable to get his internet sorted and unable to get back in. Yeah, I'm unsure what went on in that medley between Ant, Moritz, Mechanical, JJ. Sammy's having a look up the inside of Moritz now. That is late, and yeah, that were never on. Armar pits, Paulie Orange pits, Rick decides to pit. Glock had already pitted, so Glock I'd say he's up to net P1 now, is Glock. Ant, who started on the hards, is in P3. Airways, I think, did Airways pit early? Oh, we got Harold, who was already pitted. Oh, Almar's come out just behind Harold. So Harold has undercut him at the moment. That would be net P2, net P3 for Harold. I don't know how long a pit stop is here, guys. Rick coming out in P7 behind Paulie Orange. So he's been undercut by Glock, Harold, and then pitted the same lap as Almar and Paulie Orange and come out behind both of them still. And running the alternate strategy. Airways on hards. I think he put them on very early. No, he didn't. He's only put them on 2 laps ago. So Airways, he's up 12 positions and only on 2-lap old tyres. Pink pits now. He was 12 seconds ahead. Almar's made it past Harold there on that DRS run. The one in sector 3, the back straight. Where does Pink come out? Pink comes back out in P3. What's that? Around 6 seconds behind Glock. So, but you're talking about 18 seconds for a pit stop. 18, 19 seconds. Rick has now made it through on Harold as well. Come on, Harold, stick with them. Paulie Orange has bridged that gap as well. Whether he's had assistance from Rick there, following Rick through, but he's up on that group. Pink's made it past Ant already. Seven and a half seconds now behind Glock. Glock just on his own at the front at the moment. Paulie Orange has made it past Harold as well. Glock fastest lap of the race. LOI Colin up past Kieran. JJ P15 after his pit stop now. Bruges made it back up to P11, but he is on all the tyres. He was one of the first to pit. .1 at the front. So it's come down, well, 7 now, it's come down by half a second. Paulie Orange and Harold dropping out of DRS to the 2 cars ahead. Rick still sticking with Almar. As Almar's catching Ant. 11 laps to go. We're not far over halfway through this race. Not long over halfway through anyway. Pink setting the fastest lap, gap down to 6.5, so he's caught him by a second since the pit stop now. Almar's got Rick all over his gearbox, but I think He's holding Rick up a little bit. They've both just got Ant. Paulie Orange now all over Ant. And Harold has dropped back 1.9 seconds now. Back to Harold, 2 seconds. It's going up. Come on, Harold. What are you doing? Focus. Focus. Bruges still... Oh, Bruges up to P10 now. Gap at the front, down to 5.7. Rick up past Armar, Paulie Orange past Ant. Harold on the back of Ant. Pink setting the fastest lap. Have a look at tyres now. So Glock, 3 lap older tyres than Pink. Gap coming down lap by lap. You got Rick, Armar, Paulie Orange, 2 lap fresher tyres than Glock. Ant on his 15 lap hards that he started on. Harold 5 lap hards, so he's older than the guys ahead apart from Glock and Ant. Riker's pitting again after doing 13 laps on his. 14 laps, just changed to 14. He's pitted for a fresh set of mediums. I think Harold will be trying to make a move this time round on Ant, this DRS zone, knowing that Ant's no DRS. And he's pushing, he's burning. Neither are wanting to burn too much. But yeah, fresher tyres there making a big difference. DRS will help that as well. But Ant should be in around now anyway, 15 laps, I'd say. Pink fastest lap again. Bruges up past Spray. Does Ant come in? No, he doesn't. Ant stays out another lap. Mechanical and Spray fighting. Please don't take out Bruges. 3.9 the gap at the front, 5.5 from Pink to Rick. So Rick pitted, well, the mistake he made has cost him massively. But yeah, pitting a lap earlier than Pink's cost him, well, what did he lose? About, to be honest, his gap that he lost is probably about what he lost. With that mistake, he just ended up behind Armar and Paulie Orange, which has cost him massively, coming out behind them and then trying to fight through. He's probably took more out of his tyres as well. So Rick's fight for the win could be over if it stays green flags to the end. .2. Armar's still on the back of Rick as well. Same age tyres, but Armar's doing well sticking with Rick. Really well. CV Gold's just pitted. Mechanical is back past Bruges, but Bruges is still sticking with him, so I assume I think them two will be battling for a while now. Sprays just dropped off a little bit from them. Bruges up past Mechanical. Pink's got it down to under 2.5 seconds now. And Armar is past Rick. Rick is recovering the RS sitting behind him, but yeah, ideally he'd want the track position cleaner. Pink doesn't have the yellow fuel light anymore. I don't think anyone has. Oh, LOI Collins still does, so he's underfueled a little bit more. Is Rick going to go for this on Armar this time? Airways up past Ant, Airways into P7. Ant still going on them 18 lap old hards. He didn't start on them, did he? He pitted early. Glock 10 laps on his hards now. 5 to go. Kieran, the only one with track limits penalties, and he's had 2 of them. And oh no, Ant hasn't pitted yet, so Ant is on the tyres he started on. My bad. Airways up 13 places. But we've had no safety cars yet, no accidents, incidents, not majorly. Rick up past Armar, but I think that gap to the front is way too big for Rick to bridge now for 4 laps to go. It's too much. It's about keeping position now, keeping it clean. Pink is still pushing, and he's just getting within DRS now. 3 lap fresher tyres than Glock ahead of him. If Rick does hold on to 3rd, I've got to say it's a good recovery from Rick. After, I didn't see the mistake, but to lose the positions he did, after people had pitted as well, so he was being undercut, and then to make it back through, that's a good recovery. keep calling it a mistake. I don't know. It could potentially have been an incident between him and Pink, but I did not see it, so I have no idea. I just saw Rick down a couple of places, so if there was an incident, that'll be dealt with by stewards' inquiries. But Pink is now well within DRS. I think Glock's picked up DRS off a back marker he has. It's off Dan's AI car. So Dan, unable to get back in the lobby, has helped Glock hold the lead for a lap longer. I think it's just a case of when now for Pink. Obviously he's going to wait for this long back straight. That's the prime overtaking spot. Plenty of battery. Glock has a fair bit of battery as well. But here we go, DRS now for Pink. He doesn't go for it. Doesn't go for it. With 2 laps left once he crossed the line. I bet Armar behind Rick. No, not going for it either. JJ taking spray. Moritz going past spray as well. And spray hits the back of Moritz into turn 1 and gives himself wing damage. Yeah, that looked great. Now Sammy's trying to get past. Spray goes defensive. Sammy's gone past him on the outside line. I thought Spray were going to hit him as well then in the braking zone, but no, it didn't do. Gets it under control. Pink just 2 tenths behind now, back straight. He's almost alongside before DRS is open. Here we go. Pink swoops back across, takes the racing line. Has Glock got anything left, or will he just settle for P2? Obviously, he's on 3-lap older tyres, but he's shown some good racing tonight. Ooh, he's had a lunge into turn 1, and yeah, contact. Half spin there. Yeah, looked like a late lunge that. I'll be honest, from my point of view, that's on Glock. Whether it's reported after the race or not, then it's down to the stewards. But yeah, rulebook states you've got to be significantly alongside, and that looked like a little bit of a lunge, but he had to try something, so I understand it. He's on older tyres, coming up to what is going to be the final lap. They've got a big gap behind, so he had to try something to unsettle Pink and, you know, potentially take that win. LOI Colin up past Spray as well now, so Spray Since getting that wing damage, having a bit of a shocker. But it seems we've got quite a few gaps on the field. Mechanical and Bruges. I think Mechanical should probably get in. They both had the same battery, but Mechanical's got DRS as well. He can't get near him. Bruges. No, they burnt the same amount of battery. Yeah, Mechanical just... Oh, Bruges had a snap. Come on, Bruges. Keep your concentration, mate. It's the final lap. Don't give it to him. Armar on the back of Rick. Both 100% battery. Is Armar going to try and nick this on that back straight? Is he going to try and nick the podium on the back straight? I think he is. I think he is. Pink's got red flashing fuel light. Has he saved enough fuel? This is the question. Has Pink saved enough fuel? Is Armar going for it here? He has to. They're both burning. Armar's got the DRS. He tries to go around the outside. That's never going to work. Rick goes deep. Armar looked like he got a good run through there, but Pink takes the win. 4 seconds behind. Glock takes P2. Oh, Armar's sticking it up the inside. Oh, he nearly got it. 4/1000ths of a second. Wow, Rick holds the podium by 4/1000ths of a second. Armar, you are unlucky there. What a shame. Paulie Orange, P5. I'll tell you what, another great race for Paulie Orange. New to the league. And yeah, some very, very solid results so far. Great job, mate. Harold, P6. Didn't quite have the fight, the pace of the others. Might have been different if you were ahead of Bruges right at the start to stick with that group ahead a bit. It might have pulled you away a little bit, but unfortunately not to be. Erway's great drive making his way up to P7. Mechanical did make it past Bruges at the end. Takes P8, Bruges P9, JJ up to P10 from P19. Moritz into P11 and up to P12. I think he went too long, way too long on them hard tyres. Left himself way too much to do on the mediums, so yeah, that wasn't going to quite work. But here we go. This is your podium. Pink Eye on P1, Glock P2, and Rick P3. Now, at the start of the race, you'd have probably predicted this podium, maybe in a different order, maybe not. But as the race went on, Glock pitting earlier, Rick, whatever happened to Rick, dropping a couple of positions, coming out behind people and trying to fight his way back through. I thought his podium had gone, to be fair, but he did it. There we go. Result confirmed. Pink P1 and fastest lap. Glock P2, Rick P3. Armar up to P4, Paulie Orange P5, Harold P6, Airways 7, Mechanical 8. Bruges 9, JJ 10. That rounds out the top 10. Dan 2 laps down, obviously a disconnect issue. But I'll fire invites out to the podium sitters, and then I will run to the toilet. Oh, what's going on here? Why is it not loading? So, Rick, Glock, and Pink. Invites are out. I will be back in just a second, lads. I am back. And who have we got here? We've got Pink. It's just popped up with a voice connection error to Rick. Glock say, hold on. Had to try something with a padware, but GG's to everyone. Was fun being in contention for a week. No mic, top comms. Cheers, bud. Appreciate that. Shame I can't speak to you, but yeah, well done, mate. Great P2, and yeah, great drive. But no, podium interview will start with Rick. P3. I obviously I missed what happened. You went from that battle for P1 to senior P4. You dropped behind Armar and Paulie Orange. What happened there? Was it a mistake or was there some contact, an incident?
No, I fucked my own race.
So it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was. I went to undercut Pink, but I'm gonna be honest, I still very much rely on the racing line for my braking points. So I still have that equipped. But
there's no shame there, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, but you know, I was originally planning to come in lap 11, so I went a lap earlier than that, and I didn't tell my engineer box this lap, so I didn't see the racing line. So I braked way too late, and you know, I locked the rears, spun into the pit lane, and then I got teleported back on track.
Oh, right.
So I was just stationary on the start-finish line.
Oh, wow.
So and then my rear tires were like 75%. So that lap I just had no grip.
Oh, wow.
So I lost like
I didn't realize
six,
that's.
six
Yeah,
I lost like
I
10
look.
seconds, I think.
I was looking at a battle a bit further behind, and then when I looked up, I realised you was in fourth. Thought you'd pitted, and then clicked that you were still on the same tyres.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had no idea what had happened to you, mate. I didn't know if maybe they'd been a coming together or something like that. But
No, I
what
was
a
just
shame.
being stupid. But I mean, honestly, looking at the hard stint, I don't think I would have finished any higher than third. I mean, Pink and Glock were just way too quick for me today, so
You look like you
I
had
don't
the
know.
pace in that first stint, that medium stint. You know, you still had
Well,
pretty much full battery, and it looked like you were picking and choosing when you passed Pink.
yeah, I was feeling pretty comfy on first stint, but on hards I don't know, didn't feel bad, but I just didn't have that outright pace.
That same confidence in them.
No, I had confidence, just not the same pace as the front two. So I don't know, a bit weird, but yeah,
I'll be honest, after the mistake and obviously being undercut by a couple of drivers as well, to then fight back to P3 and
well,
I
I
did.
gotta say,
T-
I had I had a massive battle with Armagh,
yeah, that's
and
what I was just
we
going to come
literally,
on to. The across the
yeah,
line, that was close.
he stuck his nose in. I was like, oh shit, is he going for it? I tried to give him room, and it almost cost me a podium. So
Yeah, 4 thousandths of a second.
yeah, that's insane, but still, credits to him. I mean, his pace, just like in Singapore, was very good. Or
Yeah, he had a great race in
yeah,
Singapore. Obviously qualified a bit further down today, but fought his way through in the race. And like I say, your mistake sort of put you behind Armar and I think it was Armar,
Holy
Harold,
Orange.
and Paulie Orange.
Yeah,
Harold's was from the undercut. The other two, you were behind after the teleport back to track or whatever. Um, but yeah, you fought your way through well. You pulled away from two of them. It was just Armagh stuck with you all the way.
yeah. Gotta say that was a bit annoying, but still, I mean, he's improved very much these last few no, this whole season so far. So yeah,
Yeah, we've seen improvement race on race from a number of drivers. To be fair, it was nice to
yeah.
see Bruges back up there a little bit, but a couple of mistakes tumbled him back down. But yeah, all in all, mate, great race. You look at qualifying position and your finishing position, it doesn't quite do it justice. You fought back from a mistake and P6, and you got back to P3, and it is a good drive, mate. You should be happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about it.
But I bet you don't make that pit mistake again.
Never say never, especially with me. I mean, I
No,
hope so, but
great job, mate. Great drive, anyway.
thanks.
Great P3. That battle's still on. Obviously, I think that puts you above Bobo as well in the championship. So it'll be between you and Pink now.
Wasn't I
Bobo
ahead
missed.
of Bobo anyway?
I'll be honest. I said it. I don't know. You might be after last week, to be fair. So I apologise.
I was
Uh,
still ahead of Bobo
yeah,
at
you were.
Singapore.
You were. You were. That's my bad. Bobo
It's
got a
fine.
penalty, didn't he, at that race? So, but yeah, he's missing a few weeks now. So the battle is between you and Pink, and yeah, we'll see how it goes next week. I think this is probably one of the worst tracks on the grid. So,
I love this track. Probably one of the only
oh
ones, but
no,
uh,
this and Zandvoort are the worst two tracks on the whole calendar.
don't talk shit about Zandvoort, okay?
I just don't like it. From a comms
No,
point of
fairs.
view, it's
Yeah, I get it.
it's boring, and then from a driving point of view, there's nowhere to overtake. So I just don't like the track. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I
get
know
it.
it's your home track, but
No, I get it from a comms point of view. It's fine. I get
I
it.
I'll be honest. I hope you win that one though.
I hope so too, but
No, great drive, mate. We'll move on. Pink.
Hello, hello.
There we go. Another pole. Another win. I mean, you say it like that, it makes it look easy, makes it sound easy, but I don't think that was.
No, I wasn't expecting Glock to pit so early as well, to be honest. Um, he had like 5 seconds on me, and then after I came out, Ant was ahead of me, held
Yeah.
me up as much as he could, so I was about 8 seconds behind. So it was quite a bit to do, and obviously we only had 3 laps difference on the hards, which ain't gonna be much. So
It's not a lot, no.
I had to do quali laps for ages. I did like 3 fastest laps in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, caught up to Glock, and then that was that. He tried doing a cheeky move, but it's in the rule book not to send, so I just
Yeah,
turned
it
in
did.
anyway.
I said that on comms. It looked like a late move, but I understand why he tried. He had to do something to try and unsettle you with a tyre difference, whatever. So
Yeah,
I get it. It's just it's fortunate. It's not cost you. It's only cost him. So
exactly. But yeah, uh, what exactly happened with you, Rick? I wasn't quite listening then.
um, so I went to undercut you, and I don't know if you got this, but I still have the racing line equipped. I still rely on it very much
Yeah,
for my braking points.
same.
So, um, yeah, I didn't say box this lap, so I didn't have the racing line for the pits. So I broke
Ah,
way too early, too late, sorry, and locked the rears and just spun into the pit lane and then teleported back onto the main straight and was like stationary for like 3 seconds. So
yeah. I was so confused because I saw you pit, and then you was 8 seconds behind me, and I was like, wait, has he made up
yeah,
all that time in a lap? Like what?
I wish. I wish.
And as the
No,
store mediums were like, oh damn, what's happened?
no, I was just being me, I guess.
well, that's it. I looked at it. Like I say, I jumped on a battle further back, and then when I looked back up, Rick's in fourth. I thought he'd pitted, so I was like, Rick's
Yeah.
in net P1 here. The time doesn't make sense. And then
The
realised
end of
that,
that lap.
yeah,
Like,
you'd lost 2 positions.
yeah, the end of that lap, I was, I was just there like, why is it 8 seconds? And I just had this like heart in the mouth moment of like, ah, okay. And then I realised, oh, he hasn't actually pit. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean the pace was really good between the top three. Um, was it Harold like trying to keep up with us?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he was showing
At
some
the
good pace.
beginning, Bruges was P4, Harold was P5. Bruges let Harold through and tried. Obviously, both Alpine drivers. It looked like Bruges tried holding the pack up a little bit to allow Harold to get away. Harold didn't have the pace to stick with you three, so just sort of slowly fell behind a bit. Bruges had a mistake, and then I think Armagh got through on Bruges and closed down Harold, got Harold, and then he was on Rick's gearbox right to the end, 4 thousandths of a second separating them across the line.
Seriously.
Yeah, insanely close.
Yep.
It was
Bloody hell.
one of them audacious attempts into the final corner. Armag's gone. I'm going for this. He stuck his
Was
nose
he doing?
right up the inside and gone. I'm having this.
He was doing what I was doing to Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
into the final corner, yeah, and
Oh,
4 thousandths of a second separating them. To be fair, it was a great end to the race.
I can imagine, yeah. Jeez.
Damn.
No, but thank you, lads, for a great race. Thank you for jumping into the party as well, speaking to us. It's nice to hear from you.
That's alright.
Wish you all the best for the next one. I'll just double check where we're at.
Qatar, isn't it?
It's Qatar, it is. So, Sunday night, Tier 3 will be racing here at Vegas, 8 p.m. UK time. And then Tuesday, F2 will be at Qatar. And then back here next Friday for Tier 1 and 2 at Qatar as well. So, we'll see you then.